YouTube, retro fans. I got a lot of stuff through the post today, stuff that I bought on eBay. I can't remember all what I've bought in the last month or so, but a big stack of parcels arrived today, and I thought it might be quite nice just to unpackage them, unbox them, and let you see what I've bought and try and remember myself. I've bought a few things lately that I've never had before. I've started placing bids on Sega Game Gear stuff. I'm currently looking for an Atari Lynx, things like that. I never had those systems. Never had a Game Boy, original Game Boy. I started with the Game Boy Advance. So I've bought a few bits and bobs. I don't know if any of it is in this pile of stuff. I've got a big pile of stuff down to my side here. So if I keep looking off camera, that's what it is. It's a pile of stuff there. But anyway, we'll start. I actually got this yesterday. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. I'll do close-up shots later. Tetris for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I played this years ago. My friend had a Game Boy, but I've never owned it, and it's really weird how massive the cartridges are compared to like DS cartridges now. When you consider, you know, what's packed onto them, but pretty cool nonetheless. The rest of the stuff is all actually parceled up. So I've got my trusty knife here. I doubt you'll be able to see the actual opening on camera, but as I open each parcel, I'll be sure to open it and show you what's actually in it. Rather exciting, nice and easy hair colour dye kit thing. That isn't what I've bought. Well, at least I hope it isn't. I'm trying to do this without slicing my fingers off. There should be some nice retro stuff in here. If there is a hair colour kit, I'm not going to be impressed. Alrighty. Ooh. My word. This is some Game Gear, Sega Game Gear games. These cartridges are massive. I've never played a Game Gear before, and I did not expect the cartridges to be so big. I thought they were going to be, I don't know what I thought they were going to be, but I didn't think they were going to be this big. Every single one is individually wrapped here, so it might take me some time. Sorry about that. I had to do a little edit there because it took me ages to open these things. What that first parcel was, it wasn't a hair colouring kit. It was 6 Sega Game Gear cartridges. These things are huge. They're massive. They're even bigger than the Game Boy cartridges. I did not expect that at all. But I'll quickly run through what I've got anyway. I got Super Monaco GP. I presume based on the Mega Drive game. Columns. Outrun. Wonder Boy. Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. Never played any Mickey Mouse games before. And Slider, a game I've never heard of. So I'm hoping that the Game Gear is going to be one of these parcels that I've got here, otherwise I'm going to have to wait a while. 5 of these 6 came with their, I presume, when you bought a Game Gear game that you actually got this with it, the kind of protective cover. It's about the size of a mini disc, just to really show my age, but pretty cool nonetheless. Wow, right. This next one is really cool for me. It's an Atari 2600 game. I've never understood why we say 2600. I would never say 2600 for anything else. I would say 2600. So I don't know why I've always called it an Atari 2600. It doesn't sound right if you call it an Atari 2600. Don't know why that is. Anyway, this is MASH on the Atari 2600. Now I bid on this one specifically. The box is a little bit damaged. I'll do proper shots of this later. But it's not too bad considering it was 1983. But I bid on this one specifically because I remember buying this from Woolworths, which is a UK store, or was a UK store. They went bust a couple of years ago, I think. But I bought this game from Woolworths when I was a kid, and it was reduced, and I spent my pocket money on it, and I had never watched the show, knew nothing about MASH, but this game was reduced, and I had enough money to buy it, so I bought it. Now I couldn't remember how much I paid for it at the time, but this, and this is why I bid on this specifically, this has the Woolworth reduced sticker on it that says it was £7.95 and is now £1.99, and it's got about 4 or 5 of these stickers on it, so it's obviously been reduced right down from whatever they used to be, 30 quid or something, £30. And normally I would never buy anything that had labels stuck over it or was this bad condition, but this game has got a kind of, you know, it's specific, it's a memory that I've got, and part of the whole reason I love this whole retro thing is because it reminds me of when I was a kid and, you know, the games that I loved growing up. So that's why I bought this. I'll probably never play this version, it's complete, there's the cartridge and the instructions. But, you know, I just bought this purely for a trip down memory lane. The game itself is pretty basic, it's kind of flying, there's a few levels of flying helicopters about to rescue patients and get them back to the hospital, and then you have to do a sort of operation type thing. It's alright, not brilliant, it's not one of the better games, but, you know, I'm pleased that I got that. It's quite bizarre, but pretty cool nonetheless. This next one is a job lot of original Game Boy cartridges. There's what, 8 in total. A mixed bag really, but it was quite a good price, so you know I just went for it. Nice starter collection really. So we've got Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, Super Mario Land, Lamborghini American Challenge, the Midway, I should shoot myself for getting that wrong, the Midway Arcade Classics Joust and Defender, Donkey Kong Land, and Jack Nicklaus Golf, which has the instruction book with it. Also included, boxed and complete apparently, are 2 games that I will never play. These will probably go back on eBay. Asterix, never really liked Asterix, don't really want to play an Asterix game, and the Game Boy Color Pokemon Pinball. I'll probably give this a shot. It's got a rumble pack with it, and it's all complete and instructions and all that kind of stuff. I'll give it a go. I quite like pinball games. Don't know anything about Pokemon. It's something that's never grabbed me as much as I love Japanese culture and all things Japanese really. Been a big massive fan of Japan in general since I was a kid. I've never understood Pokemon. Maybe I'm getting old, I don't know. But yeah, I've never understood it. It's totally gone by me. So that'll probably go back on eBay as well, but I'll have a go, see what I think. This next one is wrapped up. I really appreciate the guys that wrap all this stuff up really well, because obviously you're paying a lot of money for this stuff. It just makes it a right pain in the bottom when you're trying to open it up and do a video. Well, what it is, it's a Sega Game Gear. My first ever Sega Game Gear. And once again, I'm amazed at how huge this thing is. It's got stickers on the back of it, it's needing a bit of a clean. Got both its battery covers though, seen quite a few of them missing these. the speaker doesn't work apparently, which from a little bit of research is a common problem. But it does work apparently with the headphones. I've yet to try that obviously. If it doesn't, I've seen replacement soundboards on eBay. I might pick one of those up and just do a swap out. I don't mind using a soldering iron, so I could get stuck into that. And this did come with the Game Gear 10-in-1, which looks like a highly suspicious cartridge. I'm guessing that's not an official Sega cartridge. The games that are on it, I don't really know. From the pictures on the front, again I'll do close-ups of these, but the pictures on the front, there's a Batman logo, there's Super Monaco GP, there's a baseball game, some kind of pinball game, Streets of Rage, Sonic 2, some Donald Duck game. Again, this will probably get sold. I hate unofficial stuff. The whole point of buying this stuff, I could play all this on emulators if I wanted. The whole point of buying it is to have the originals. I like original boxed complete things. Don't so much mind Game Gear cartridges and stuff just being, you know, unboxed and things like that. They're pretty easy to work out, but as far as like, you know, Mega Drive stuff and things like that, I like them all boxed and complete. Don't like unofficial stuff. I'll give it a quick shot to see what the games are like, but that'll be getting sold as well. Alright, the last box that I got was a big shoebox. But what it is it's some Atari 2600 games. I got RC Battle complete. These are all complete, boxed with instructions. Well, obviously they're boxed, I'm holding the box. The cartridge and the instructions. I've got an unboxed version of RC Battle, so it's always nice to have a backup. I like my box collection. You can possibly see it over my shoulder there. Combat, already have this. Nice to have a backup. Might sell it, not sure. Night Driver. I have an unboxed copy of that, but again, want the box. Street Racer. I've never played this. I love the 70s artwork on these things, it's great. The 2600 was the first console I had growing up, and I just love it. As basic and rubbish as it looks now, I still love it. And I love this, I love the artwork, I love the boxes, I love the cartridges. It's just, it's obviously just a childhood thing just because I've grown up loving it. But this is weird. There's it's a street racing game apparently that you use the paddles for, so I'm guessing it's a kind of super sprint type top down thing. But there's games called Jet Shooter, Scoop Ball and Number Cruncher. Quite how that works into a slot racing game, a street racing game, sorry, I don't know. We'll give it a go. Hunt and Score. Fine. Breakout. And Brain Games. That was a nice little lot. Not much else I can say really about that. That's it. That is the lot of stuff that I got at the moment. So yeah, I'll do close-ups and whatnot of these things. You'll be able to see them a little bit better. Sorry about the edits and stuff. It's the first time I've done this, so I need to try and work on getting my videos better and a little bit more seamless. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see anything more about any of this stuff, give me a shout, drop some comments, drop me an email, whatever you like, and I'll try and do what you want to see. So as ever, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.